So the KF3 class final, it all comes down to this one race, the CIK trophy. One race deal, and it's all built up from qualifying 3 heats in the pre-final. Schofield out to the early lead.
Yeah, these boys are settled back and good. This is not too many first corner. It's fairly quick up there, so they've got a long race ahead of them.
Now, I understand Bradley Hicks has had some braking issues in the pre-final, so not too sure if he's got on top of them here for the final. It's the rest of the field string through a great lineup of the KF3s.
See Callum Flynn having problems up the top of the circuit. It looks like carburation because he's gone down for the carburetor, so we'll have to keep an eye on that one.
So there is Bradley Hicks. Quick look over his shoulder, racing out of the Mount Wellington Car Club in Auckland. Chasing down Tokoroa's Andy Schofield, Ari Hutton in third. So the longest race of the weekend for the KF3 class, 31 laps. So maybe from the pre-final where they did 23, would they have dropped tyre pressures yet again to go out for this one as we go on board with Aidan Biggs?
Yeah, probably more personal for most of them, Jamie, but if they find the cart's going off and losing a bit of rear traction at the end, it could just be a matter of a tyre pressure change by a couple of PSI, or it could be an axle change, depending on how much work they really wanted to create for themselves, I suppose.
Geez, that first turn is fast.
Certainly is, Jamie. Up here into turn 3, the long right-hander, really quite a late apex, so you can see he's had a pass put on him.
Yeah, that was Hayden Pedersen. Those two got together in the pre-final. Now further problems, Bradley Hicks.
Could be those brake problems that you were alluding to early on, Jamie, but we'll see if he can come back.
Looked like he just got in a little bit too deep and out onto the marbles, and that's the thing about the CIK trophy with the tyre packages for the weekend for the 2 premier classes. A lot of rubber goes down on the racetrack.
Yeah, it certainly does. You know, these boys are still running our standard Bridgestone YJL tyre, but with the KZ2 boys running around on the Vega White, it certainly does throw a lot of rubber off.
Battle's just outside the 10. Aaron Wilson in there with the 8 of Mitchell Brown.
Mitchell's younger brother Logan, obviously had a very successful weekend in the JR, so hopefully he'll be wanting to do the same job as his brother.
Yeah, Mitchell Brown taking out the JR crown here at the CIK Trophy. One of the many support classes here this weekend, junior and senior Yamaha. To name a couple. Andy Schofield, he's working pretty hard. Look who's second, Ari Hutton chasing him down. Hicks having gone off earlier in the race. He's now playing catch-up, but Ari Hutton on the hunt.
See, Andy's trying hard. You can tell by the body language, got his head down over that steering wheel, and Ari's sitting back nice and relaxed, so this is going to be a good one to watch.
So Ari Hutton, the reigning New Zealand champion, the reigning CIK champ in the KF3 class. Super Freight, Tony Kart chassis, certainly one of the more successful chassis in the world, especially at World Championship level.
Go up through turn 1 into turn 2.
Back on board with Aidan Biggs, and clear track up ahead for Biggs. And in fact, Biggs has got a problem. He retires to the pits, so that's a sad end to Aidan Biggs' weekend in the number 5 Tony Kart. And Hayden Pedersen's joined him as well. Saw those two get together in the pre-final, so at least 2 out here for the final.
You see Bradley Hicks, maybe his brake problems have gone away, or it seems very strange. But he seems to be going again and doing a good job here in front of Aaron Marr, so we'll keep an eye on his progress.
Aaron Marr out of the Taranaki Kart Club. He's featured in some of our kart sport coverage over the last couple of seasons. Good young driver, and he's applying the pressure here to Bradley Hicks.
Yeah, he does a lot of travelling, young Aaron, and that's where these boys gain the experience, him and his father Lloyd, and that's where they learn. So he's thrown his KF3 on his Yamaha kart and doing a very good job.
So these KF3s are 125cc, but there are some different manufacturers involved in the class?
Yeah, very much so. You've pretty much got your usual engine manufacturers. You've got Maranello come on board and manufacture their own motor this year, but you've got your Maxter, you've got your Merlin and Iami, Perilla, Maxter, stuff like that. So certainly a big wide manufacturers there, and all performing very similar.
Some big battles here. This is the 92. This is the Australian Ricky Capo, and he's battling there with the 67 of Reed Harker. Ricky Capo making the journey over from Australia for the weekend. Based out of Melbourne, contested round 4 of the KF3 Shifter Series last season here in New Zealand at the Hawke's Bay track.
Yeah, see young Reed following down here, so he's be interesting to see how he goes on the downhill section, if he can keep with them going up the top.
So that was for 7th and 8th. This is for 1st and 2nd. Schofield and Hutton. Hutton looks very, very comfortable back there in 2nd. He's not having to do anywhere near as much work on the wheel, whereas Andy's having to be pretty aggressive on that wheel input at the moment.
Yeah, he's certainly trying. You can see him backwards and forwards on that wheel. The kart's certainly steering a lot, and he's struggling with a lot of rear grip trying to pull that kart up. So we'll see how much longer this can last for poor Andy. I'd say he's going to be pretty buggered after this.
As Hutton goes down the inside. Got the opportunity through the infield here at the CRC Raceway at Kartsport Wellington.
Yeah, pretty textbook move by Ari. You come across the left-hander there, it's off camera, and you just throw the kart down to the right-hander and stop the kart, and a nice clean pass.
So on to the last lap. Hutton's got the job done, but can he hold on to it? Schofield trying to come back at him. Hutton with the fastest lap of the race on lap 20 at a 36.417. So we go back to Bradley Hicks now. He's in the 5th position, behind Paul Blomqvist and Matt Butchart from Nelson. The battle though raging out front between Hutton and Schofield. Hutton looking to defend the title, and he's driving away here on the last lap. A very, very good car and a good young racer, Ari Hutton. He will defend his CIK trophy for the KF3 class for 2010. He is the winner in the Super Freight #1 Tony kart. So Ari Hutton, 2 consecutive KF3 titles for the CIK trophy. Andy Schofield, excellent 2nd place finish from Nelson's Matt Butchart.
Ari, well done on the race win.
Yeah, I was just cooling my tyres off when I was behind him, just getting everything cool so I could make the charge when I passed him.
Andy holding the lead for a long time, and then came Ari.
Yeah, no, I was leading for a long time. I didn't want to look back, didn't want to make myself make any mistakes, but I knew someone was there, I could hear them, and I was just pushing as hard as I could, trying not to cook the tyres. He went through, got a bit of a gap as he went through, and then after that I maintained it, but I didn't have enough pace to get him.